What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back. It's been a while, but we're at Insurance Auto Auctions here in Oklahoma City. We're going to jump into this today with number one on my list, a 1992 Buick Century, low miles, guys. She's only got 78,000 miles. This should have the 3300 3.3 liter V6, and it's an elderly person's car, all right? It's a run and drive. It's a donation. I'm really excited about this. I know it's nothing that most people would really get excited about, but I always get excited about the older cars that I remember seeing cruising down the road when I was a kid. It just takes me back. It's kind of a nostalgia thing. She needs some hubcaps, but it looks like she's got good tires. The body looks good. The paint is probably okay. And I tell you guys all the time, you can find little clues here and there that'll tell you if it was an older person's car. If they stick AAA plus stickers all over their car, it probably belonged to an older person. If it's low miles and it's an old car like this, these were notorious to be grandma's cars. And that's what it is. Guys, let's take a look at the interior. I think the interior actually looks way better than the exterior. Look in here. Look at this beautiful blue. Who remembers this? Who remembers this? This is pristine. Look at that headliner. Look at the back of the seats. This one's mine, guys. I'm bidding on this and I'm winning this. This is mine. I'm bringing this bad boy home. Why? I don't know, but I am going to own this car. There's a cigarette burn right there. And maybe it's a grandma that smoked, or maybe it was a grandpa that smoked. I don't know. Let's see if she wants to start up on her. Look at the, who remembers this? Before the airbags, a Kenwood. Somebody put a CD player? Some kid must have bought this, a whippersnapper. Oh, wow. Are you... Thank you for that. That's nice. Ha! Would you look at that? Would you look at that? You got the books. What do we got on the floor here? A power inverter? That's unusual. 300 watt power inverter. Let's check the ashtray. Yeah, it's been used. Air conditioning came on. I already heard it. 78,000 miles on this odometer, guys. Oh, that air conditioning's ice cold. That came in immediately. Guys, I'm winning this car for like $100 right now. $100. Important window works. A little slow. Maybe that's just the way things were back in the day. I don't remember. Let's pop this hood. This is wild, man. No airbags. Brakes feel good. Goes right into gear. Both directions. Steering feels great. Air conditioning, ice cold. Let's give her a little rev. This car is phenomenal. I won't keep it. We all know that. I just want to enjoy it for a little bit. Kind of reminisce. There's another one of the hubcaps right there. I need to find these. If any of you have a line on these hubcaps, man, let me know what size are these so we can make sure. They are probably 13s, 14s at the best. They are 14s. So if you can find any of these hubcaps in 14s, I need like, what, 2 of them. Somebody had been playing with the speakers here. Yeah. Extension cord, some windshield de-icer, transmission fluid, little personal hygiene kit there. Aside from the muffler making a little bit of noise. And this was a thing with these Buicks, man. Always. Come on, there we go. Tell me I don't know my old Buicks. Someone put new struts in it. Take a look at that. She's got new struts on the front. And bolts. And there's that 3300 little 3.3 liter V6. Purring like a kitten, man. No smoke, nothing. She runs great. Wow. Well, this may not be super impressive to some of you, but To me, this is a gem. This is a gem, a diamond in the rough. Now, there's no practical use for this car today. Nobody today would want this. You're not going to be able to sell it and make really any money off of it. It's just a beater with a heater and an air conditioner. But to me, it's just kind of it's a relic from the past, man. I'll bet this thing gets down the road just fine. I'll bet money it does. I bet the signals work. Yeah. Yeah. It's even got cruise control. Lights came on. I could hear the load on the engine when I turned the lights on. Yep. Somebody was taking it to Firestone. 8. No, that is 6/8 of 21. And it was due back at 73,900 miles. It's got 78. So it's not like this thing has been parked for years and years. It was definitely being driven around in 2021. You know, who knows what happened or how it actually ended up here. That air conditioner feels real nice. I could sit in here for a while. You got your map light right here. If you look down there, you see that light at the bottom? There's your map light for your Atlas, your rear defogger. She sounds good. She sounds really good. She needed no help starting. Looks like you get 2 sets of keys with it. I'm telling you, sit back and watch. This is mine. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna bring this to the channel. And, you know, then it'll probably sit after we drive it. And then I'll get tired of seeing it sit and I'll put it up for sale where one of you could buy it. Now, here's the interesting thing about a lot of the cars. I don't know if you notice this, but a lot of the cars I end up buying at IAA, but I do most of my walkarounds at the other auction. And I'm sure some people are wondering, like, why that is. Well, let me explain it to you real quick. So here's the rundown, all right? Most of the cars that I'm interested in are these older 90s type of cars, 80s and 90s. I find the majority of those right here at IAA. Here's the other beautiful thing about it. The majority of them that are here are through charities. The weird thing is, these charities can't sell to the public. So when I bid on these cars, they are dealer only, which means as a public buyer, if I didn't have a dealership, I couldn't bid on these. Most of you could not bid on these. It's a private dealer only sale. That also means I am not fighting the general public for bids. How many dealerships are out here trying to buy a 1992 Buick Century? None. None. Nobody. You're not going to sell it. You're not going to make money on the dealership. So nobody bids on it. That gives me an advantage over everyone. I can buy these cars for next to nothing, bring them home, enjoy them, play with them, bring them to the channel, and then I can sell them back to you publicly through one of the many outlets that I currently use, whether it's this one or Copart or a dealer's auction, it doesn't matter. Wherever I send them, you guys can publicly bid on them and buy them. So it's kind of it's an interesting setup that we have here where these are dealer only cars. Nobody wants them. I can get them, and then I can bring them to you. And then if you're interested in one of these old relics, you can bid on it and buy it publicly through one of the many auctions I send it through. So I hope that clears that up. Now let's move on with the tour. I want to apologize if my voice is a little raspy. I don't know what's going on. I was fine all day. Then suddenly I get here and my voice starts getting raspy on me. Here is another one that I'm currently winning. I hesitate to show you guys the cars that I'm winning because if I win them, then there's not much of a reason to watch the video on them except to find out if they actually drive down the road. This, I think, is like a 1982 or 83 Chevy Camaro, and this is one that I didn't know existed. I think this is a rare car. I could be wrong, but I think this is a very rare car. I'm currently winning this for $425. It's supposed to be a run and not a drive. We're going to find out about that here in just a minute. It is an automatic transmission 4-cylinder. Now, I knew that these came with a 2.8 liter V6. I knew they came with 5.0s and 5.7s. I was never aware that these old Camaros ever in history came with a 4-cylinder. This has the Iron Duke 2.5 liter 4-banger in it. This is another one of those auctions, those charities. This is a non-run and drive. Okay, non-run drive. I could have swore this was a run and drive, or a run but not a drive. The body is in phenomenal shape. It needs wheels, it needs tires, needs a headliner. But I mean, the body is actually in really good shape. You could clean this up and put a fresh silver paint job on it, and this thing would look absolutely phenomenal. The seats are in relatively good condition. They need cleaned as well. Ooh, it smells pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, it smells pretty bad. The headliner, as you can see, is absolutely destroyed. The back seat's a little tore up too. The bolster here. So I mean, really, the more I look at it, the more I'm kind of realizing this is in really bad shape. There is the dashboard. It is absolutely horrible. This, hell, this may not be one I want when I'm thinking about it here. Boy. Okay, I didn't realize it was quite this rough. It's been sitting out here for a while. So there it is. That's your 2.5 liter Iron Duke. This is what you would find in like your Pontiac Fiero from back in the day. It's a good motor. It's a solid engine, assuming it runs. This one even has air conditioning. Lots of room to work under here. So I guess let's throw a jump on it real quick, and let's see if we can get this thing to fire up. All right, here we go. I honestly don't think this runs, looking at it. Like the more I look at this, the more I don't think there's any way this thing runs at all. It looks like it has been sitting for a very, very long time. It is insanely hot in here. Oh, wow. Look at this. Everything on this cover on the steering wheel is disintegrating. Wow. Nope. She didn't like that one bit, did she? Let me see if I can get a better ground on here. Maybe that'll help some. There we go. Let's see if that does any good. I will be shocked if this thing runs, truthfully. No, man, this thing doesn't run. That sucks, because I'm winning. Oh, no. Oh, I'm screwed. I am so screwed. I'm literally winning this car. And right now, all I can think about is how I don't want it. I don't want this car. Where's the fuel gauge? I don't even see a fuel gauge in here. I don't hear a fuel pump. No. Oh, man, this thing don't run. Oh, crap. Well, it shows it's got gas. There's the fuel gauge, but... Nah, she don't run, man. She don't run. This thing hasn't run in a long time. All right, well... Whew. You know, it's a shame. The body is really good on this. The interior is really bad. But the body is great. The bumpers are in really good condition. If you wanted to spend some money and some time putting this back together, of course, I don't know how many people would want a 2.5 four-cylinder in their Camaro. But if you were willing, you could definitely get this, but I could get this done at Maaco. I could have a fresh paint job, make the paint look really good again on this car. The body would look great, and it probably wouldn't cost me more than $600-700. All right, now to get it running, who knows? Interior, if you could find a decent used one, which you probably can't, that's gonna cost you some money. And by the time you're done, you're gonna have way more in this, and it's probably worth. I am curious. Oh, there's no, I guess I'm thinking of the older Camaros. I thought the gas tank was over there. Let's no no. Yeah, that is absolutely varnish. That's what that is. Well, guys, here it is, the 1983 Chevrolet Camaro with the, I think it's rare. You guys comment below, but I think this is super rare. A four-cylinder under the hood. I probably was mistaken, but I thought this was a run. I thought it was a start and not a drive. So I threw my bid on it, and I'm winning it for well over what I would like to pay for. So stay tuned, because chances are I'm probably going to win this car. And this can sit down at AAR headquarters until we can get around to it. Moving on. Last on my list, a pedal car. A 2004 Chrysler PT Cruiser. I think this is the Touring Turbo version. I think. I could be wrong. You got some custom American racing wheels with some Firestone tires. They match, and they look really, really good. The paint, a lot of clear coat burn through. This is a Dream Cruiser Series 3. This must have been some kind of a custom made type deal, but this is a 2.4 turbo, high output. These are the ones I think you would find in the Neon SRT4. So this is kind of an interesting car, aside from the paint damage anyway. Not too bad. Let's take a look at the interior, and then let's see if we can get it to fire up. I can't remember if this one is a run and drive or not. Probably not. Smell it. Duct tape on the seat. It smells it's a little funky. Oh, it is hot. Good Lord. Touching this thing is like touching fire. Ow. Hot damn. Woo. Well, I can't wait to sit in this one. Yeah, these seats are tore up. The interior is pretty tore up. Key is in it. Dead as a doornail. Let's pop the hood. It's got the wheel lock in the door, so that's nice. The key for the wheel locks are in the door. Looks like Firestone has serviced it. It's got Firestone stickers in it. It's got Firestone tires, so I'd say it's safe to assume that Firestone has been taking care of this bad boy. Oh boy, there's a lot of wires all over the place under here. Okay, there's some spider webs. Well, this is interesting. This is interesting. This may not run, guys. Give me just a second. Let me hook up a booster pack, and let's find out if she's going to fire up for us. All right, let's see what it does. Let's see what those miles are, too. God, I don't want to sit in it. Whew, so hot. 198,000 miles. Wow. That's no compression right there. That sounds like no compression. She's trying. I hear the fuel pump, but that sounds like the head gasket shot. She ain't gonna fire. No. We're spinning our wheels here. It sounds like it's hitting on one cylinder. Yeah, we're just burning up our battery pack here. No point in wasting any more time on it. I wonder if it's got milkshake in the oil. Let's take a quick peek at the oil dipstick and let's see what we see. No. Now, it's important to understand too, a lot of people think that if you got a blown head gasket, you're just gonna have milkshake in the oil. That is absolutely not true. I can't tell you how many times I've seen head gaskets where oil actually gets into the cooling system backwards. Normally you would think coolant gets into the engine, but sometimes the oil gets into the coolant, not from a transmission, from a head gasket. You also have the head gaskets that end up blowing the coolant out the exhaust, but not mixing them with the oil. So you cannot judge a head gasket just because the oil's milky. You can't do that. Sometimes that's the case, and a lot of times it's not. So don't look at the oil and buy the car because you think there's no way it's got a blown head gasket. It absolutely can still have a blown head gasket. Just listen to the way this thing was cranking. Uneven compression. In fact, it sounds like no compression except for maybe one cylinder that was trying to hit. So I'm going to just call this one a head gasket. It's not something I'm interested in. It's got 200,000 miles. We're going to walk away from it. We are done. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are done. We're going to get out of here. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. Share the video with your friends on social media. It goes a long way to help support the channel. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. Until next time, stay safe out there. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.